Hello, I'm Mariana. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here and you never heard of me, you didn't came here from Instagram, I host crafts workshops for a living. I've been doing it for the past year and a half. And I've been asked again and again and again, every single time I put a question box on Instagram, there's always someone who asks me, how did I get started? So I thought about doing a little YouTube introduction in my living room. So basically, I had worked in marketing for a long time. I had done like a range of different jobs in different industries, different size companies, nonprofits. And a year and a half ago, I was in this kind of like limbo stage of my career. I had quit my job because I wasn't very happy there. And I wanted to do like something else, but hadn't really, thought about what I wanted to do. So I was working a little bit in hospitality. I was working a little bit as a nanny. So I was in this like transitory stage in life, I would say. And I had been doing, the past 6 months before that, before I quit my job, I had been doing some classical concerts with my boyfriend. He's an artist, so we put on these like classical musical concerts, and I'd sold hundreds and hundreds of tickets for that, but I never really thought about like events and doing something in that realm, because even though I love music, it's not really like my thing. So I had been doing that, and then there was a point sometime after I'd quit my job that I met this friend who she'd been doing like really niche workshops with polymer clay, where people would come and they would sculpt body parts out of polymer clay. And when I started seeing what she was doing, she had been doing it like semi-regularly or semi-consistent in a smaller scale, and I thought this could actually like be much bigger. So I started helping her with that, and that's kind of when I realized the potential for crafts workshops in general, and how we could do like other crafts, and we were going to do a business together at that time, but it didn't really work out. So I created my own business, Karma Studios, and there was a bit of a whirlwind. I started out like there were so many ideas that didn't work out that I had to cancel workshops, or they just didn't sell. So there's heaps of learning. But right after I started, like within the first 2-3 months, I think it was 2 months actually. It was like a month and a half, and I was like hitting almost 10K. And then after that, I stayed at like hitting between 10 and 12K every month of revenue. So that's revenue, not profit. And I started getting asked a lot. Like I was sharing kind of my journey on Instagram, and my account started to grow, and I started getting asked a lot, like how I do what I do. And that's sort of when I launched my online program called the Crafts Workshop Academy. And so I started helping a lot of people all around the world launching their own workshops. To be honest, my business is still kind of a baby business. I've only been operating for a year and a half. I still don't have a physical space, like a studio space. I host all of my workshops in other spaces that I rent out. So yeah, I wish I started making like a YouTube narration of my journey earlier, but at the same time, it's only been a year and a half, so there's still like a huge journey ahead of me. I'm a very baby business, I call myself. So I'm excited to kind of evolve my business and narrate that on YouTube, and just use these videos as like, an extension of the Instagram that I've started that has quite a bit of following, and try to like answer some of the questions that I get there, but in a bit of a more long way, because sometimes you can't really explain something in a 30-second Instagram story. Like you just can't. So hopefully you stay around. I am in a bit of transitory stage in my business. Like there's a lot of things happening and changing in the background, which I'm excited to talk about possibly in a future video. Yeah, I'm excited to narrate the next stage of my business.